All right. This morning we got Rockstar Original Energy Drink. This is a vintage one. This has been around for a long ass time. Holy frig. It's not the best one. Not in my opinion, but it's one that that stood the test of time, I suppose. So this one's clocking in at 167 milligrams of caffeine. That's about accurate.
How many?
167.
That's more than my pre-workout.
Yes.
I need a double scoop of pre-workout.
Why would you need more than that? That's a lot.
Don't know.
Yes. You're gonna overdose on caffeine. Taurine is 2 points shy of 2,000 milligrams. Of course, we got B12, B6, riboflavin, pantothenic acid, niacin. Any other goodies in here? They used to have like, oh yeah, Panax, ginseng root, guarana, all kinds of chemicals that I don't know the name of. But of course, we don't evaluate these based on their content. So long as they have at least 80 milligrams of caffeine, they then qualify. Rockstar Monster and Ghost. Yeah, I got a whole bunch actually down there.
Ghost is so good, but we can't get it here.
I got 4 right there.
We get Ghost here?
Only at the Circle K.
Because,
You can only get them at the Circle K.
my coworker brought some of that back for me from the States. He said he didn't think we could get it here.
The only store that carries it is Irving. Or not Irving, but the Circle K.
Oh, okay. Well, I
But there's only four flavors, but yeah, that's all energy drinks, that whole fucking shit back there. Good morning and most resplendent salutations to the my dearest and gentlest of sirs. Wow. Why now? Why now? With such a greeting. How's it going? That's toxic? This thing is toxic? I mean, a little bit. It's full of chemicals, but, you know, I've been drinking these for like 20 years, and I'm not dead yet, so. Cut the lip hair? Why don't you cut the lip hair? Why don't you? Boom. Alright. Oh, man, that is an unearthly color.
Oh, I've never seen what it looks like.
That's an unearthly color. Unlike the, my wife's gonna have some of the straight from the can. That's an unearthly glow. Look at that. Unlike the past couple we've had.
It's such a nostalgic flavor.
That is not natural. That is not quite Mountain Dew. It's not quite like Lemon Crush, though. It's like...
Really sour.
It's like halfway between Mountain Dew and Lemon Crush. I can tell basically based on the carbonation in the Capita here that it's maybe slightly more carbonated than Monster, but maybe slightly less carbonated than Red Bull. That seems to be the visual assessment here. Oh yeah? I'll show you what's not natural. See you tomorrow. My grandpa said he'd buy me Little Caesars if you said something not very nice. I'll get rid of you. Bye. We got some people saying not nice things today. It's unfortunate. Thankfully, those platforms don't go straight to the video anymore. I think it was a correct selection to not make those other platforms go straight to video. It seems like there's only one civilized chat. But yeah, look at that. They change up some of the ingredients from the actual original. I think you're right, because when I look at this, I don't remember it having so many B vitamins and other stuff in it. I think the formula is different than it used to be. I think you're correct, but I don't know for sure. Because I haven't been like keeping track. I kind of like up until this point, I done like a few years of G Fuel, and I done a few years of like almost exclusively Red Bull. But we're kind of just going full circle a little bit. That's the piss of a man whose diet consists of battery acid and yellow Sharpies. That's a great assessment. I like that. So we'll do our typical assessment under 100. 25 for aroma, 25 for palate, 25 for finish, 10 for texture, and 15 for my personal experience. If it's not obvious, typically I rate whiskey. So we're doing this in the way we would a whiskey, I suppose. All right, fix that problem. Kaboom. All right, so let's see what we get here. Oh, this is oh man, that's definitely Rockstar. This is slightly similar to the Monster's nose. Actually, it's almost like that same kind of rocket candy aroma, but it's not quite the same. It's almost straight into like the powdered sugar note. Not much of a nose on this though. It kind of goes flat pretty quickly. There's a slight like lemon citrus. Yeah, I'm almost getting like a lemonade that had way too much sugar put in it. That kind of like idea on top of the like rocket candy kind of thing. It looks like there's something in the glass, but there's not. Yeah, and almost like a bit of like a creamy character. Like oh, like cream soda actually. Yeah. There's like a cream soda component. That's kind of interesting. That's about where we're at. Man, that's not bad. All right. Rockstar, the original on the palate. Cheers. And aftertaste is pretty much non-existent. Again, there's a little bit of lemony aftertaste, a little bit of like a lemony pledge thing. Now the taste is like it's a slightly too carbonated, just by a little bit. Like the Monster's carbonation was better. It's slightly overcarbed. Just by a little bit. You're being quite annoying. Look. I'm up here and you're down there. So if you're going to talk to me, you got to come up here. You goober. distracting me while I'm trying to give an expert assessment of this beverage here. Yanging at me. Man, it's not quite that like Rockets flavor though. It's almost like more oversweet lemonade. It's like yeah, it's like slightly citrus, but with like way too much sugar in it. That's kind of like what it tastes like roughly. It's like way oversweet. Um It's like all lemon, all sweetness. We get a little bit of acidity at the back, but not a lot. And there's a bit of a tang to it. It's a little tangy. We're gonna take a big kind of hit here and see what we can get out of the finish. Yeah, it kind of just echoes in that kind of like lemony pledge, citrusy aftertaste. Not that bad, really. In terms of texture, it's a little bit sticky, but it's not as sticky as Red Bull. But it's maybe a little stickier than the Monster was. Yeah, lemony pledge for sure. It's like that lemon note where it's like not like a nice, pleasant lemon. It's like a slightly medicinal, astringent lemon. You know what I mean? That's why I use lemony pledge. Like a slightly astringent, chemically lemon. Yeah, I'm still getting that like cream soda note on the nose. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think cream soda is kind of like where I'm landing with this. I think there's some on the palate too. It's like hard to pinpoint that flavor, but I think it's like a lemon cream soda. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm going with this. Yeah. It's like an oversweet lemony cream soda-y flavor. Transition into mid palate, it's kind of like goes all like lemon, slightly acidy, acidic, into that kind of like lemon pledge medicinal kind of note. Which is maybe not everyone's favorite. I don't really mind it. All right, so let's score this. Let's focus on the aroma. I don't know why my blank sheet's not blank. I hate that. Hold on. I got a cat doing something naughty. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. That's trash. Trash. Oh. Oh. All right. So on the aroma, again, it's like slightly rocket candy, slightly cream soda, or like super oversweet lemonade. There is a citrus component and like a really like thick syrupy sweet component. But really what's sticking out to me is that like slightly cream soda note, which is kind of interesting. Honestly, for aroma, we're going to give it 18. Better than I thought. Alright, so the palate. Again, there is a bit of a transition in there. But I feel like the evolution of flavor is not necessarily as good as Monster was. You kind of start out with like that very like heavy, sweetened lemon citrus spike. Then you get into a little bit of that cream soda note. Then it ends on kind of an acidic note and a lemon character. Let's see. We'll call it, honestly, not too bad. It's worse than the aroma though. We'll call it 16. All right, and the finish, it's not a non-finish, but it's a very light finish, and it's mostly that lemony kind of note, which you might find unpleasant. I don't mind it that unpleasant. Yeah, it finishes on kind of chemically lemon. Or slightly unpleasant lemon citrus kind of note. I don't mind the finish personally, so I'm gonna give it 13, but it's not great. I could see why you would give the finish negative points, perhaps. All right, so I'm gonna talk about texture at a 10, which again, this is a little bit sticky. Carbonation is a little bit higher than I would like. So it's going to be slightly worse than an even score, I think. We could tone down the carbonation, perhaps, and find a way to make it less sticky. That would be good. It's not too bad, though. I'll give it 4. 4 out of 10. Alright, so out of 15, my personal experience with this one Rockstar original energy drink, one for the ages, I suppose, stood the test of time. So again, when we talk about spirits, we kind of think about, well, why would I pick this particular drink over any other similar drink? Why would I go for the Rockstar original in terms of its flavor? And I think the only reason you really go for Rockstar original in terms of flavor these days is probably if you're seeking that kind of like OG energy drink kind of taste, you know. There's a certain, for me, a certain nostalgia with this particular one because it's one of the ones that was around back in the day, and maybe you don't really drink very much anymore. So every time you drink it, you're like, I remember back when I was staying up all night playing World of Warcraft, and I was chugging one of these. You know, that's the kind of mental manifestations you get. Although for me, that's more like Full Throttle, but it's the same kind of idea. There's a certain nostalgic effect with some of these old school kind of formulas. I feel like that's the main reason you'd actually hit this one over like one of the ones that's new and has maybe a better flavor profile. So that's something that really can't, it's hard to really replace that. But at the same time, there's not a bad mix of flavors here. Aroma actually is not too bad. I'm kind of surprised, really, with that slight like cream soda kind of character that I kind of found in there, which I think is perfectly accurate. Palate has maybe got a little bit to desired, and of course, you might actually find that the slightly lemon chemically aftertaste on this is like actually not to your preference. So in that way, It's maybe not the best formula, but what it does have is a certain hidden nostalgia, kind of like almost like regular Red Bull or Monster Original or Full Throttle. These ones that have been around for so long that they might trigger some related memories, I suppose. So out of 100 or out of 15, again, this is a distinct, completely unforgettable can, I suppose, but it does maybe not stand out among its peers in the modern era. So for me, we're going to give this a 7 out of 15, which is kind of a high, distinct rating, but not a standout. So if we total these up, 18 and 16 and 13 and 4 and 7 is 58. 58 out of 100. We call this good. This is good. It's a good beverage. And if we think back to the past couple ones we've done, past couple days, I think I also gave Red Bull a 58. But I gave Monster a better score. I gave Monster a 67. So, you know, it's about on par with your Red Bull, but clearly whatever they put in that Monster shit, not bad. Not bad.